Work don't stop. Work don't stop.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kia, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if it is your first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because you're gonna want to become part of the family. So, like, welcome. And if you're already a subscriber, well, welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about 15 coping skills. Now, as a lot of my subscribers already know, especially if you keep up with my Instagram or my blog, I was diagnosed as bipolar in high school. And the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we are going to be doing a bunch of mental health videos, getting you guys some education. I know there's been a lot of questions I've been asked. I'm gonna do a video of a question and answer sometime soon. I might even do it with my family. So if you have questions like for my family, like my mom, I know some people have asked, like, you know, how did she deal with me growing up and not really knowing what was going on and everything like that. So if you have questions for her, my sister, my dad, really any part of my family, let me know, or me, of course, you know, I'm here sometimes. But let me know, of course, and I will make sure that we can answer those as best as we can. I don't know. So let's get into these coping skills. This is in no particular order. There's a lot of these on here that you can do both before something happens, like proactively to keep stuff from happening, or you can do after something happens to kind of pick up the pieces and move on. So number one, I have a coloring book that I like to use. I color. I know as childish as y'all might try to do too much, I definitely color, and I don't let anybody put me to shame for it, because it has been something that has always helped me. When I learned that I also had some anxiety troubles too, then I practiced a lot of mindfulness, which is down on this list as well, but we'll get into more detail about that. And one thing that I saw was active, like I was doing something while being mindful, was coloring. I was staying in the lines. I was paying attention to literally just that color that I was on. Like nothing else mattered. So it let me kind of calm down, clear my mind, and whatever was bothering me before was no longer as much of an issue. Like, yes, it's still there, it's still gonna bother you later, but I was in a better emotional state than when I first started. Like, you know, if I hadn't colored, it would have been a totally different reaction, basically. Number two, I walk my dog, whether that means just up and down our, like, the block we're on, or going around the block, or we might go to the park or something. But I get up and get active. I like to spend a lot of time with my dog when I'm not exactly feeling, you know, good. Because when I get to hang out with my dog, he always has a lot of energy. He's always excited to see me. He always has a smile on his face. And so it makes me feel better to be able to not only hang out with him and like get to see somebody, well, I guess not somebody else, but something else smile because of something I've done. And he is super cute, so it's just like so much fun to be around him. It's adorable. Number three, I might grab my favorite candy, food, or drink, just as like a little pick-me-up, send some dopamine to my brain. Anytime you eat chocolate, chocolate usually sends dopamine to your brain. So I might go grab like Reese's, or Reese's sticks. Those are delicious. But I grabbed something just to make sure I can give myself a little pick-me-up. And then on the way to get the item, it's always a lot of fun because I'm excited to get whatever I'm gonna get. Like, did I just call Harold's? Do I want some chicken? Am I gonna go to Krispy Kreme? Am I gonna go to Do Right? What am I gonna eat? Number four, which is kind of obvious, a lot of people probably start here, but listening to the right music. The right music can put you in a way better mood, or at least validate the mood that you're in. So I know I've had times where I don't want to listen to a bunch of happy music. Like, I'm sad. I don't want to hear y'all be happy. Like, I was on some hating stuff, I guess, because I just wasn't with it. But I would listen to songs that would match the mood. Like, I would listen to a whole bunch of Kid Cudi, Lana Del Rey, Eminem. Like, don't get me started. We're not Mac Miller. stop. We're not gonna get started. Number 5 kind of goes hand in hand with number 4, which is movies slash TV. So I might find like, you know, good movie that I've recently watched, or a TV show that always keeps me intrigued and doesn't require too much thinking, but also isn't like boring, so they don't just lose me, you know, within a couple of minutes. Number 6, I have been practicing meditation a lot more lately because I tend to talk quickly. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm usually pretty nervous when I'm recording these videos. So I can talk fast and I would like to not. So just think of, if I'm talking fast, think of how quick my thoughts are. So I've been practicing meditation to kind of quiet those thoughts, as well as just kind of gain control. It helps give you a sense of knowing yourself, knowing where your mind likes to wander, knowing what is subconsciously on your mind, and knowing that you have more control than you might think. You have the control and ability to use the law of attraction, which I am going to be doing another video about later this month, so definitely keep a lookout on that. Or you might use meditation just to be able to silence your mind and give yourself a couple moments of you time, like nothing but raw you, nobody else, just you and your thoughts. Number 7 is always a suggestion that I hear from doctors, which is to exercise or work out or burn off energy in some physical form. Some people do yoga, which, man, oh my gosh, I love yoga. Some people will go for a run, or like I like to walk my dog. That counts as exercise. So doing like cycling or something, like something intense that makes you really sweat, you feel so good afterwards. Like to the point where it's like, why was I even avoiding this? Why did I not want to do this in the first place? This was awesome. Number 8 has slowly but surely become one of my favorites, which is just reading. I love to read, whether it's a fictional book, which kind of gets me out of my own head and allows me to be able to be somebody else, or whether that's like me teaching myself something. Like I have a couple of books. I have a book about mindsets, and yeah, this is my little notebook if you guys didn't know what it looked like. Here, it looks the same on the back. I know, it's so cute. But anyway, I've been reading a book about the mindsets of successful people. I've been reading a book about miracle mornings. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, but I would prefer to have the physical version in front of me. So I have 2, almost 3, because I've been kind of reading one book, but like falling off. The first one is that mindsets of successful people, and then the second one is about other things, which have to do with some of those announcements that I was telling you guys about in my last video. Yes, please keep a lookout. Don't forget to follow all of my social media, which is conveniently placed for you right here at the bottom of the screen. So just pick one. Which one? Other than reading, I used to really enjoy getting on Tumblr. I haven't been on Tumblr as much lately because I've been more into my readings, but Tumblr used to be a place where I could search literally anything and find the artistic version of what I was searching for. Like, it's always something super artsy, super, you know, like just free. It's raw. It's always something raw, and I always thought it was cold, and like there was so much that you can find on Tumblr. So I would just scroll through my Tumblr. I followed a lot of aesthetic pages. I also do a lot of searching on Tumblr. Like I said, I could search the most simple thing and find so much on there. Tumblr has given me so many ideas on how to go about whatever creatively I want to. Like, it helps me brainstorm. It's a part of my creative process for sure. I also have started my blog on Tumblr, so I've been able to use that as a way to express myself and get more of my feelings out of, like, you know, instead of bottling them up or keeping them within myself, getting them out. With that being said though, blogging is not a substitute for therapy. It is not a substitute for talking to a professional. If you guys would like to see what the process is for me looking for a therapist right now, let me know and I can do a quick little video. A lot of therapists are not taking new patients, so it makes it hard to actually get in and see one, because then when you find one, their appointments aren't for like a month or 2. So, but we can go through that in another video. Number 10. I will get frustrated, and as a coping skill, I will just start cleaning, because it gives me something else other than like what I was upset about to focus on. It's like, okay, well, forget whatever I was mad about. Forget the fact that like my laptop is not working right now for some odd reason. So forget the fact that my laptop's not working. Let's like clean my room or do my laundry or go wash some dishes. Like I might not wash dishes. I don't like washing dishes, but I'll clean my room. Or like if I was at work and I would get frustrated and I had a little extra time, I'll clean, you know, a little section or clean off my desk, just kind of tidy things up. It feels good to have something else to focus on and something that you're in control of, that you're like, okay, well, putting everything in its spot. Now, I think venting is incredibly important. So number 11 is venting. I think it is incredibly important to get things off of your chest. Whether that means to talk about how you feel and how those things, you know, affected you. If that makes you feel better and you are in a comfortable place, like you just need to get things off of your chest, get things off of your chest. Vent, come talk. You feel me? Like, y'all do this all day anyway. You might as well do it about something helpful. Go find a therapist, boo. Being toxic on Instagram is not cute. I know I'm gonna get some pushback for this, but number 12 is cry it out. Go ahead, let those tears fall, let them come through, let your face get just soaked in your own tears. Let it happen, because if you don't, you're gonna hold those emotions in, and you're also gonna teach yourself that it's not okay to cry, which it totally is okay to cry. You just gotta get up and not cry about that thing again. Like, learn how to boss up from that. Learn how to be a baddie and get through that. Like, you are not going to get over things, you're going to get through them, okay? Okay? If you don't listen to nothing else I say today, you're not going to get over things, you're going to get through them. We'll do it together. Let me know. Hit these DMs, hit these comments, let me know. Now, some people are not religious, but they are spiritual. If you have a higher power that you are connected to, then I definitely suggest prayer. Give it to them, give it to your higher power, and just know that they have it and this is not your battle. Number 14 is, of course, journal. I keep this notebook with me like almost everywhere I go. I have a mini notebook, like it's like this big, that I keep in my purse anytime I want to write something down. I always have different notes apps on my phone depending on what I'm writing about. And I try to make sure I'm able to write down my thoughts, like no matter what, just because it's so important to track your way of thinking to see habits. I always thought people were like, oh, journal, just so you know, it's basically like venting on a page. No, this is more about self-reflection. I suggest that you journal just so you're able to go back in a couple of months and kind of see what you were going through and where your head was in it, and look at that in hindsight with what actually happened and the reality of it all. That way you can see the difference between, oh, this is how I feel and this is what's actually happening. Journaling helps with that just because you're able to get a grasp and literally see exactly how you are feeling. So be honest with your journal. Nobody else is gonna see it. And last but not least, number 15, practice some mindfulness. That is a great coping skill. So mindfulness, I will put the definition down here for you guys because I don't have it off the top of my head. But from my experience, mindfulness is just being in the moment as much as possible. That can range from just sitting in a chair upright, closing your eyes and kind of noticing where your body is and like noticing what you're smelling, what you're hearing, what's going on around you. It's being very aware of the moment. Like nothing else matters but literally what you're doing. A lot of my anxiety used to come from thinking about the future or thinking about what's already happened. So it was never anything about being in the moment. If your anxiety is not rooted in the moment, then focusing in the moment will do nothing but literally force you to stop thinking about whatever is making you anxious. Notice the tension that you might be holding in your body. That could hold a lot of weight on you. So I know I have been gone. Last week I kind of went over some coping skills with you guys, and this week we just dived into it and we dove into it. I don't know. What's the proper word? We got some details going. I gave you guys some great explanation. So happy month of May, you guys. I hope your spring is going wonderful. The weather in Chicago has really been killing me. It'll go from literally snowing one day to like booty shorts weather to like sweater weather, back to rain and a little bit of sleet, snow, hail here and there. So like, I'm really tired of it, and if somebody could talk to Mother Nature, that'd be great. But I am all out of here. I am about to probably go do some more YouTube related things. I have announcements coming for you guys, so please stay tuned. I'm gonna stop mentioning them so then you guys don't get too excited. I know I'm very excited, so that's why I keep mentioning them. I can't wait to show you guys what I've been working on. So thank you for staying along this whole journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.